I got the horse right here.
Hello, racing fans, and welcome back to another edition of Handicappers Corner, brought to you by the Derby Barn Grill. I'm Mike Heads. I'm with Drew Forster. We're going to go through the Saturday races at beautiful Hastings Racecourse. The July 9th card. We do have 7 races on tap. We have 8 races on the Sunday program. Hopefully the weather is going to be better than it's forecast.
It is right now. After a really successful weekend last weekend when we raced on the Friday, 4 great stakes races, some upsets.
Awesome.
One of our best days of the year by far. And Sunday was a good card as well with some upsets. And there was a carryover. Nobody got the See the Sky pick 6. So we must be, I'm guessing we'd be north
We'll be
of
over 40 grand. We'll be over 40
By
grand
the time it's all said
for
and
the
done.
solo winner. So it'll be, it's going to be a lot of fun. And it's gettable. Like, you don't need to spend a lot of money, 20-cent wager. It's, you can get a lot of combinations for 20 cents and have a shot at
Yeah,
the
if you
pick
spend
6.
like $40, you got a shot.
40
to
bucks,
yeah.
you get a lot. You get 200 combinations because you get 20 cents. So it's, it's gettable. Maybe take a look at it. And, there's definitely getting interesting to see the Sky.
Maybe we'll try
pick 6.
and lead you the right way and hopefully get you some winners on the Saturday program. First race is a $12,500 claiming race for straight 3-year-old fillies going 6.5 furlongs, field of 6. I went to the 3 here, Baja Storm. I thought she did all the heavy lifting last time, set good fractions on a track that wasn't necessarily speed favoring. Still just got caught, beat a neck by Oma and Arbenita Rose. I don't really see anybody that can go with her in here. Maybe Lady Cash, but I like Baja Storm to lead them a long way. Silviana Morales has really emerged as one of our top riders here this year. I like Baja Storm. I put Arbenita Rose in the second spot. Speaking of top riders, Antonio Reyes having a great meet.
He is.
And he sticks aboard Arbenita Rose, who actually finished ahead of Baja Storm last time, but I'm thinking Baja Storm might get more favorable fractions. So I put her in second. And Lady Cash, recently trained by Hall of Fame trainer Frank Barabee, taking a step up. There was a 4-on-2 she was in last time when Frank claimed her, but that was against older mares. This is a straight 3-year-old fillies race. She definitely fits in here. I got 3, 4, and 2.
Yeah, I agree that the 3 Baja Storm is the horse to beat. I'm just a little worried that things are going to get a little crisp up front. Lady Cash has shown she's fast. She had the 11 hole last time, and she was, she was number 11. She had the 10 hole, and there was a scratch. But I mean, she relaxed
She had to
nicely.
work to get it, yeah.
But she on the inside, she got to go, and she's shown before she goes from inside draws. And I just think things could light up. Maybe I'm wrong, but I like the 6-horse Sakura. I'm going to give this horse another shot. Probably would have won last time if this horse would have been able to steer properly. This horse Ruben couldn't get her off the rail. She was lugging in, following the speed. He tried to get it to come out with the flow, which was Arbenita Rose, and the eventual winner, Oma. But I mean, he couldn't get her off the rail.
Yeah.
And so she went into the rail, laid on it, pretty much died on the rail. And I just think there's more there. Maybe Dennis Rojo can, steer her off the fence, and it's not a big, huge field like it was last time. I just think Sakura might be able to take advantage of a fast pace. The values with her. I went 6. I agree with Baja Storm. Baja Storm's the horse to beat, hands down. Best horse. As you mentioned, did all the fighting last time. Just got guzzled up on the wire, and pretty nice filly at this, or colt at this, or filly at this level, and it's going to be dangerous again. But Lady Cash, I just think may put a little pressure on her, and I'm going to try Sakura, who I thought was, I know I did lose to Arbenita Rose, but only because of her bad habits. Hopefully there maybe a bridle correction, or I don't know. I just know there's more there. Yeah. Sakura's a better horse than a lot of these horses, but I know she didn't show it last time. I went 6-3-2 in the Saturday opener. On to race number 2. 2-year-olds here going 3.5 furlongs, maiden claiming $16,000. I ended up on the 6-horse opening bid, coming out of a pretty tough race. I thought the Driller Kermode, the Star to Be race was very, very good. This horse actually broke great, but they're better horses.
Yeah,
and it was slop. This horse got in behind horses and just didn't like it. And I think this horse can outbreak a lot of these horses and get in play. Better draw on the outside, but the horse did break well. It's come back to work 5/8, and Phil Hall does great with his young horses. Does great with all of his horses. But I mean, he's especially very good at getting young horses to they're prepared well. An opening bid I like because he gets on his own horses. I went opening bid over the one payment plan. It was the obvious play in here. You hit the board in a race, you got to follow it back. But I mean, the horse had every shot to be there, at the 25,000 level. But it's going to be 3 to 5, 4 to 5, and I just don't want to get involved in that.
Not a lot of value, yeah.
And I put the 2 horse assets included for Anita Bolton. This horse working well. Good breeding, excellent connection, so I put that one in for 3rd. But I like opening bid. I really think this horse has got a big chance off of that running against Driller. And Driller is going to be like one of the favorites for BC Cup.
Absolutely.
He's coming out of a really good race, 6-1-2.
Well, and the Star to Be ran 3rd in that race, came back with a
good run for Mark Luce. Yep.
I did go with payment plan just because it doesn't show it in the form, but she actually fell out of the race a little bit and came back on running at the end. And it looked like she was just going to kind of fall out of it and be nowhere. And the fact that she fought on for 25 and still only got beat 3 lengths. I like payment plan breaking from the rail. David Lopez definitely heating up since his return from an injury. I put the 4 Blur's Final Command in the 2nd spot. One of Blur was a very fast mare. She's thrown speed like every night's a Blur, and he was a good 2-year-old. And I like the last gate work in 36-1. That shows me this guy's good out of the gate, and he could, he's going to be a bit of a price too, and he's definitely got a shot in here to win it. And I put your 3rd horse as well, assets included. Anita Bolton, another dangerous 2-year-old barn, and Peter Redekop team up. Richard Hamill takes a call on that one. That's an interesting one as well. I put him in 3rd. I went 1, 4, and 2 in the 2-year-old race. On the 3rd, fillies and mares, 4,000 non-winners of the year or non-4 lifetime. Going 6.5 furlongs. I went with Moonride here. She's going to be favorite, but I love the way she's progressing. She gets a 34 Beyer, runs 5th in her first start of the year, comes back with a 59, and most recently, 1x6, got a 63. That towers over the rest of the field. She's like a best bet of the day for me. I really like Moonrider. I Believe in Angel taking the drop out of an 8 non-3 into a 4 non-4. She fits well in here with Richard Hamill, but she is her own worst enemy. She can cause herself some problems, and she's not a sure thing. So I put her in the 2nd spot, and I put CA Miss. Looks to be the best of the rest for me, and should be closing late in the 3rd spot. I went 3, 2, and 5.
Yeah. I agree. I have the same selections. I mean, I've never been a Moonride fan at all, but this horse has had a lot of chances, and I don't know, absolutely do not know where that race came from last time. This horse just absolutely bottomed out the field and ran a huge time, got a huge figure, and but I've seen this horse run too many bad races to fall in love with her.
Yeah.
But I do like her to win it. I agree with I Believe in Angel. The horse was pretty game last time, although she had some should-be game when you're getting a 23-47 half. But this horse ran well, and the 5 CA Miss. If there is some shenanigans up front with Catching on Fire, I Believe in Angel, and Moonride, CA Miss has got some brutal paces to run into. She's been unfortunate, and her form is muddied up a bit. She might be one to, even bet to win. Might finally get some value on her, and she might be alive in this spot with some speed. I agree with Drew, 3-2-5. On to the 4th race, $4,000 fillies and mares, non-2 lifetime, going a mile and 16th. The 2-horse Xenia takes a dip in class. She's 1 for 16 lifetime, and hopefully things will improve.
She's a little wind shy.
A little win on the wind shy end, and a no threat 3rd last time. Ended up last early and made a belated run, but she's getting in against some horses that I think she has to beat. I don't see anything here that can beat her. I guess the 3 Biscuit can beat her, but this horse ran a good second actually to Mini Fridge, but still, I like Xenia over Biscuit, and I put the 5 Corporate Last, the 3-year-old filly, in for 3rd, 2-3-5.
I got the same horses. I mean, as you mentioned, Xenia is wind shy. Last time she gets a 44 Beyer and an 8 non-3. It's the worst Beyer she's had this year, and it still towers over this field, and that was her worst effort of the year. So I think it has to be Xenia. I put Corporate Lass in the second spot just because she's a little lightly raced. You know, Biscuit's had a lot of chances, 18 starts, and she always seems to run third.
True.
She's got 9 thirds. Corporate Lass is younger and seems to have some outside, and they do add the blinkers. And
that could be the live one in here, actually, because the 2 and 3 both have had a lot of chances to break their non-twos, and they're older mares.
A young filly with some upside.
And she's got youth.
So I put her in the second spot, and I put Biscuit in the third spot because, as I mentioned, half of her start she's run third in, 9 of 18 running third lifetime. So I put her in the third spot. 2-5-3 for me in the fourth. On to the fifth. Boys turn non-winners of the year or non-4 lifetime. I went to the 8th to Milkameen Luke here. Absolutely dusted a field of non-3/8s over some decent horses like Peace Arch and Tucci. Comes back in a wide open 8 and only gets beat a length and a half after setting, you know, comfortable but reasonable fractions going long. He's not really a route horse, and he gets beat by, you know, Bear Rock and Roll has won like 100 races. Brother Chunky, what goes around? He only gets beat a length and a half. Now he drops into the $4,000 level. It's sprinting again. He's going to get the lead. Absolutely the horse to beat here. I've got him on top of At the Ritz, who's a little off form, but he drops in for the lowest price he's been since he was on a tear last year, winning 3 in a row. He's got some upside, so I threw him in. And I put Bridar County, the newcomer. Was an old class horse, dropped to the $4,000 level, was there all year long, but always right in the mix last year, and he can fire fresh. His first start last year only got beat a half length by Chapel Boy after setting some decent fractions, so he can be ready. Skylar Whiteshield rides for Robbie Anderson and is having a good year. I went 8, 5, and 6.
Yeah, I agree with the 8th to Milkameen Luke. I'm impressed with the way Roddy Theras has been handling his horses.
Yeah, he's having a strong
this spring and summer. Milkameen Luke, good claim, and got a win with the horse. Tried it long because you try and extract the most amount of. You try when you're getting a horse, you have to check and see what you have, and he checked it out. Wow, I don't have a route horse. Okay, I can't go in the marathons or the. But it was worth a try.
Yeah.
There's a lot of speed horses. When they get relaxed out in the head end, will run long. They'll run all day, a lot of them.
He still only got beat a length and a half.
Because you can't be too shallow about trying speed horses at distances, and maybe some of our trainers are a little guarded in trying horses that they think are sprinters and stretching them out and going along. Well, Roddy tried this horse. You know, it didn't fail miserably, but I mean, at least they found out what he has.
Yeah.
And now he's valued his horse at $4,000 now. He got the win. I know it paid more. This horse, you know, Roddy's done a great job spotting horses, finding out where they're at, and then moving. You know, he's a claiming trainer, and you know, you have to claim horses, lose horses. And, you know, this horse is really alive in this spot. There's not a ton of speed in here. I think he's going to get the lead and be really dangerous. I put the 5 horse At the Ritz in for second. I thought the 2 sprints earlier this year were great.
They were quite good, yeah.
And he is a distance horse, but...
Got beat by Burnham, who's...
But, I mean, he's in against some dirty tough route horses.
Yeah.
I know his sprints he had no picnics in either, but he ran some good races.
Good second behind Burnham, who's going to be the favorite for 16 on Sundays.
I like At the Ritz for second, and the 9 horse, who I thought with the blinkers off, Mario's win was pretty. I've never picked Mario's win at all, but I was really impressed with the way this horse exploded in the stretch.
Yeah,
this horse has never exploded doing anything, and it's like, wow, this Richard Hamill I thought was riding the horse for all it was worth on the turn, and then Dickey had a lot of horse in the stretch. This horse just blew by horse. I know it was easier horses,
but he runs away
still
from
the blinkers off maybe is helped Mario's win, so don't leave him out of it.
Yeah, I couldn't decide between him or Broward County to throw, and I threw in Broward County.
I went 8-5-9 in the 5th. On the 6th race, maiden $4,000 fillies and mares going a mile on the 16th. And this is a lovely little race.
It's a tough one. This might be your all-button race.
No. No. There's some that can't win, but I guess there are some. I went to the 2 Sweet Home. I do not love this horse at all, but I mean, I went to the 2 Sweet Home. I think this horse is coming out of the best. It ran last week. It ran 6 days ago.
Yeah.
Ran against a Storm Cruiser, Cash Bill. I thought it was a reasonably tough maiden $4,000 race, as $4,000 races go. Prior to that, this horse has run okay. Maybe the model 16th will suit Sweet Home. Dennis Arrojo gets the call. I don't have a lot to add, but I just think Sweet Home, by process of elimination, the 1, no, 3, you know, is okay. The 4, horse ran terribly going long 2 starts back. Like it can't go long. It's just a late closing sprinter, and ran well last time. It will be over bet because it ran well last time, and that's the dangerous part about Blues Be Gone. The 5 Ziggy Meister, tough to make it, tough to make her a winner today. On camera, had every shot to win last time, big speed duel, and had the lead and failed. And the 7 Holly Hollywood, I thought, ran really well. I got that one in for second.
Yeah.
Did do all the fighting on the head end, came back after losing the runner-up spot at the head of the stretch to On Camera, the 6 horse, and was running on well at the end. And the 8 BA hole, Auger, another one that battled on the pace. I give this horse a shot as well. This horse is better than that race, but he keeps getting, tough fractions and never not getting a break. When you have these cheaper horses, it's really tough to endure a tough early half of a mile 16th race and be there at the end. So I went 2, 7, and 8. I went Sweet Home.
I went with Blues Be Gone. She did run into a tough mini fridge going long. That was the only long start of her life. She comes back sprinting, runs a good race, and the fact that John's trying her long again, and he's making all the right moves this year. He's our leading trainer.
Everything's going good.
Yeah, I'm going to give Blues Be Gone a shot. I'm going to put her on top.
Got a good pace to run at it again.
Yeah, so I'm going to put her on top in a very difficult race. I put Holly Hollywood in the second spot. Was very encouraged by her first start going long, and she's out of that great mare Masquerada, who has horses that can go long. And On Camera in third, Robbie and Hamill both having good years. I went 4, 7, and 6 in a race that was tough.
Oh, it's tough to,
Quite the opposite here. A very good race in the 7th. 3-year-old not optional. 25 is a tough race.
A lot of good for him.
I went to Calgary Caper here. He's run 3 races so far this year. They've all been very good. Ran into a very tough slice of red last time. Ended up beating Burnham, who I mentioned is going to be your favorite for 16 on Sunday. And they've all been good races. And he's had 3 different pilots in all 3 of his starts here this year. And I like the fact that he gets Amadeo again. So I'm going to put Calgary Caper on top of Sedin, who's going to be your favorite. Sedin should be tough in here. He's in a much softer spot. It's going long, which he's proven he can run long. But like I said, Calgary Caper's race last time behind Slice Red I thought was quite good. So I put him on top of Sedin, and I put Tourneador for Milton Palmer. Had a brutal trip down in Seattle, so just toss that race. The race before was awesome, where he only got beat a half length by. The odds are good. Those are my horses, 2, 1, and 5. In any order. I'm not in love with anybody. I would go fairly deep in here. I'd even throw in El Capone in my pick 4s. But I did go with Calgary Caper on top.
It's amazing how easy this 25,000 has come up, because last week, we had a 25 sprint that came up like super tough.
Much tougher.
Oh, it was really tough, and now this mile 16th race has come up very light. I went to Sedin. But he's tough, I think, dropping from the optional 50 level. Those are tough horses, way better horses than any of these horses have ever run against. And Sedin, if he can break and get in the game, he can't keep drifting back and being in limbo. And he's got to break and go and get in position, because there's no speed. Calgary Caper comes from last. El Capone last. Like Toreador is the only speed. Sedin has to lay second. This horse must lay second to win the race. If he doesn't, he's in big trouble. But I like Sedin to win it. Put the 5 Toreador in for second. 2 very good runs at Hastings. First up run was excellent. Ran into the odds are good, who's been on a roll. He's in an optional 50 tomorrow. A horse that's just running great. The odds are good. And he ran an awesome second. Then he went to Seattle, got clobbered. It's not the greatest thing to do to go to Seattle.
He didn't have a great trip either. That was there's nothing on the line there, but he got in some trouble in that race, so you can toss that one.
But he's back at home. He's back in his home base, and I just think this horse will be better. And his mile 16th races last year were good. I think he can get an easy lead and be dangerous. I think you need both 1 and 5 in here. And I put the 2 horse Calgary Caper. I agree. Nice sharp run last time behind Slicer Red. A lot easier horses, and I think Calgary Caper will be pretty dangerous. 1, 5, and 2 for me in the Saturday finale. That'll do it for our analysis of the Saturday, July the 9th program at Hastings. Next up on screen will be a quick recap of our selection. Back in race number 1, I went to the 6 horse Sakura and try and get this one in the winner. So I picked her, I think, every weekend.
Yes.
But I mean, I'm hoping for finally a good trip. This horse keeps getting bottled up, lugging in, and I'm hoping the necessary adjustments are done. 6-3-2. in race number 1. Second race, I like the 6 opening bid coming out of a tough race against Driller. That was a tough maiden allowance. I think that'll prove to be a pretty live race for horses coming out of it. I went 6, 1, and 2. Race number 3, I went to the 3 Moonride, 3, 2, 5. Race number 4, the 2 Xenia over the 3 Biscuit, the 5 Corporate Last. Race number 5, the 8 Similkameen Luke on the drop. 8, 5, and 9 for me. Looks like the lone speed is Similkameen Luke. Race number 6, the 2 Sweet Home, 2, 7, and 8. In a very tough maiden affiliate mare race going long. And the 7th and final, I'm going to try the 1 Sedin. Gotta love any Canuck players. I'm still a staunch Canuck fan. 1, 5, and 2. Got to pick Sedin over a Calgary horse. Okay, 1, 5, and 2.
Back in the first, I went to the 3 Baja Storm over the 4 and the 2. In the second, I down on the rail Payment Plan over the 1 and the 4. In the third, I go with Mike on number 3 Moonride over the 2 and the 5. In the fourth, I'm back with Mike on number 2 Xenia. Love Xenia today over the 5 and the 3. In the fifth, number 8 Similkameen Luke over the 5 and the 6. In the sixth, I went to the 4 Blues Be Gone over the 7 and the 6. And in the nightcap, I went with the 2 Calgary Capo over the 1 and the 5.
Gotta love the Calgary Capers owners too. I should
Yes,
mention.
totally.
Lance Giesbrecht, former Hall of Fame trainer.
I think he was about a 5-time leading trainer here at Hastings. 4 or 5-time leading trainer.
His
And he is in the Hall
bride,
of Fame.
Kim Peacock.
Miss Kim Peacock.
Yes, and hopefully they'll be out for the race. But I know I didn't pick Calgary Caper, but I always pick them.
I'm on your
as
side,
top
Lance and
owners.
Kim, yes.
But anyway, that'll do it for this edition of Handicappers Corner. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. Hopefully, we've given you enough information to make you oodles of money on the Saturday program. Don't forget the Sea to Sky Pick 6, probably in excess. Yeah, starting race number 2, which goes about 220. But
I think you're right. We got to be north.
It'll be north of $40,000. So it's getting very interesting. The Sea to Sky Pick 6. Once again, only a 20-cent wager. Please do check it out. On behalf of Drew, thanks everyone for tuning in to Handicappers Corner. We'll see you next time here at the Derby Bar and Grill.